Curcio, organizers of Hero Days, which is coming up next month. Gentlemen, both welcome to First at 4.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the buzz is starting to, I think, spread about this. Not only the golf classic, but the big concert September 9th and 10th. Tim, we'll start with you. Talk about how this is essentially returning to Erie.
Yes, but last year we had an event, thanks to my friend Sean here. He introduced me to Gary Sinise, and Gary has a foundation that's dedicated to supporting veterans and first responders. And he was able to convince, he and his company were able to convince Gary to come here and play a concert at Liberty Park last year. And we thought, how nice would it be to maybe make it a really great day for Erie. So we brazenly decided to have a golf outing, car show, and concert all on the same day, September 11th. It was fantastic, but very exhausting. But yeah, so this is really a follow-up to that. Maybe Sean, you can talk a little bit about how this segued to this year.
Yeah, so Robert Irvine, his foundation has always supplied the food for Gary Sinise Foundation for Breaking Bread for Heroes. So we were able to bring Robert in last year, and when he came, the foundation presented Tracy Stuck with an iBot wheelchair. So he was enamored with Erie, the residents, the PAL program, and what we had done, and he said, hey, you know, I'll come back next year.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We must have impressed him with our support and our resources that he wants to come back and do it again.
Absolutely. Loved the town, loved everybody that he got to meet, and so we were able to do that. So again, like Tim said, we are going to have 2 days of celebrating our heroes. One will be a golf tournament on the 9th at Cockwa Club, and then also on the 10th we'll have a concert at Liberty Park. Blues Travelers frontman will be here in person, so it's going to be a great time there. And then also Michael Fronte and Spearhead. So the unique portion of that, though, is Robert's executive chefs and himself will be feeding everybody that comes into the venue, which is pretty impressive.
Talk about how that's going to happen down there at the Highmark Amphitheater.
So when you walk in the gate, we're asking folks to make a donation online or in person, so that'll get them into the show, so that gets them fed. So when we do Invincible Spirits, we're used to feeding 3,000 to 8,000 people, so we're setting up for 3,000 people here at this event. So when they come in the gate, there'll be tents set up. They'll have a hot dog, a hamburger, coleslaw, potato salad, chips, soda, water, everything to enjoy for the venue. So bring their families, picnic style. And then we'll have the concert with John Popper and Michael Fronte. So great big bands coming in, you know, chart toppers. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, for all of a $25 donation, you get to see 2 great acts and be fed.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good deal.
Down on the bayfront. I mean, we love music down on the water, and just continuing it into September, I think, is what a lot of people.
It really is great. We feel, you know, the fee or the donation part is really important because the funds raised are going to be, there'll be proceeds to the Robert Irvine Foundation, but he has pledged and committed to have a lot of that money that's raised stay here in Erie.
Yeah, and talk a little bit, Sean, about the iBot. Is that right?
Yes.
That you were.
Yes.
That you were
the iBot program.
Okay.
So part of that through the foundation is the iBot itself is a wheelchair that is based on the Segway platform. So it allows the chair to go up on 2 wheels and elevate. So the person in the chair is now eye level with folks that generally they don't have that experience anymore. So it's very, you know, enlightening to them. It gives them back their independence. So. And then also goes up and down stairs, can go over rough terrain, grass, curbs, things like that. So it's great to put them in the hands of those folks that are in chairs. But the thing is, they're very expensive. So they're about $40,000 a unit for the chair, and then comes with the training, the setup. So you know, Robert has said, hey, let's get a couple of those chairs in folks' hands in Erie County.
Wow.
So that's where the proceeds are going to go.
Okay.
So we're going to keep it local giving,
Love
keep
that.
the theme going, and really enlighten some people's lives.
And it's not just military veterans that we're supporting, but also first responders.
First responders,
right?
absolutely.
Great. Well,
Theme of the
gentlemen,
day.
thanks for being here. HeroDaysErie.com is where you can go to get a lot of information. You can also buy those tickets, make those donations there, and to get a little bit more information about both the Golf Classic and that concert night, again, September 9th and 10th.
Plenty of sponsorship opportunities
Great.
available on that
Okay.
site, so thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
We're
Thanks
so
for
glad
having
you're
us.
Appreciate
here.
it.
Thanks for sharing that with us.